Welcome back, Northern Michigan. We're here with Justin Morgan and Morgan Composting. And last week we talked about how they make dairy do. This week we're talking about worm castings, and we're looking at just piles of dirt. But there's something here, right?
Yeah, so this, just similar to the dairy do recipe, we have a worm casting recipe.
Okay.
And it's a bedding recipe and food recipe. So when we put this together, it's designed for the worms to have a consistent worm casting at the end of its cycle.
Look closely, and I don't see any worms, but they're here, right?
Yeah, yep, they're underneath. You know,
Let's
just
take a
like
look.
in your yard during the day, they're underground. So if you roll them up, you can see
Oh yeah, there's a couple in there.
quite a few worms in here. We have about 3 million in the barn here.
Okay.
And-
And how many roughly in this bedding right here?
You know, there's a few in here. I'm yet to count them, so we'll...
Why not? Why haven't you counted them all?
We weigh them back out by the weight. We'll show you how we
Right.
do that in a little bit.
So I see a couple of larger ones, a couple of smaller ones. Are they all the same type?
Nope, there's two types in here. There's a European nightcrawler, which you can see here, they're bigger. And then there's the red wiggler. So the red wiggler are smaller, they're a lot more wiry, and they eat their body weight a day.
A day?
Yep. So
wow.
we want to introduce more and more of them to our barn here so we can continue to make more castings.
So we got Tanner here taking care of the worm bedding, right?
Yeah, yep, that used to be worm bedding, now it's worm castings.
Okay. So what's going on here?
All right, once we put it in here, it goes up to a screen just like we seen last week.
So another conveyor belt
Yep.
to a screen like smaller than what we saw last week.
Yep.
But what's this doing here? Because we got worms in there and the casting. What's happening?
Yep, so the worms will, they'll keep rolling around and the castings will fall through the small holes and then it'll clean everything out and you can see down here what it looks like.
So that's just worm casting right here.
Yep, that's worm castings.
And the worms themselves fall out at the end, right?
Yeah, let's show you down here.
Okay. Down here, the castings are falling through, and all we're getting here are the worms, right?
Yep, all the worms come on this side. Any big debris or anything that shouldn't be in there, that shield will kick it to that side. But yeah, this is what we're focused on now, is just getting the worms back out of it.
And the beds get made again, and this recycle again, right?
Yep.
What's the ideal use for worm castings?
Yeah, so when we take it, homeowners can buy it, they can put it in their garden, they can put it in their flower baskets or whatever have you. Dairy do is high in biology, and worm casting's high in fungal. So people can use them in conjunction with each other.
And let's go check it out how you're using outside, too.
Yeah, sounds good.
You put it right here in the soil, too, with your raised beds?
Yeah, we use it in the VeggieDo 301. Like your guys' raised bed up north, we use it down here, and it's an ingredient that we put in there to help release nutrient and the fungal side of it, and it's just a good tool to have in our tool bag of VeggieDo 301.
All right, so does it have to be just used in the raised beds? Can we use it anywhere?
Yeah, you can use it in the ground. You can use it as like a dairy do or conjunction with, and again, like I was talking about, the biology is great in dairy do, the fungal is great in worm do, side by side in ground or in the raised beds will be good.
Perfect. And you know what, the best thing is that the plant's looking great, like back at the station too. I mean, we have like a mountain of tomato plants, and we're going to be talking more about our garden coming back next week.